So someone asked me a few days ago, what is Softchalk? And I had to explain in just a matter of minutes what Softchalk is. And it wasn't clear to this person exactly what I was talking about. So I'm creating this video to give you an idea of this tool that you can use to help with your courses. So Softchalk is an e-learning authoring tool, and it allows for you to take the content that you would present to students in your class and make it more engaging. Also, you can make it available via mobile devices, and you can share it with other colleagues if you make some great lessons. So let's get started showing you basically what it is. So many of you probably have Word documents like this one. This is a Word document that I used to give students that basically gave them the information that they needed to know about bibliographies and annotated bibliographies. And it's just a lot of text organized with some bullet points, some headings, and it was just some reading for students. And it's not that it's difficult for students to read this content, but when you're in an online class or you're teaching in an online environment, we tend to give students a lot of these handouts. So this one was just barely 3.5 pages, but it's a lot of text. And if I had a lesson like this for every week of the semester, which I do, then it becomes a lot of reading. So I wanted to try to make these lessons a little more engaging for students. You know, something that popped, something that would reach out for students and get them engaged into it. So making it more visual appealing, adding audio, video, and then the most important element was, how do I know they're learning anything, and how do they know they're learning anything? So I can integrate quizzes within this lesson as well before students move on to the next thing. So how do I do that? Well, it's really easy. I can just cut and paste all of this content out of my Word document and add it into a Softchalk document. So basically you have pretty much the same tools that you have in Microsoft Word. And the only difference is I can add more elements to it. So in this case, I added these pictures to the document. I also added a Quiz Me feature. So once a student read this section, then they can be quizzed. So after they've done that, this is what it looks like. Or after I've done that, this is what it looks like. So this is a lesson that's just opens in a web browser. So it's still that same lesson. I've added a visual picture, and now I can have students push the Quiz Me button and be quizzed. So here you can see that I'm asking them a couple of questions, and if they get the question right, then they can check their answer and they get a check mark, and it also keeps track of their score. If you embed this into Canvas using Softchalk Cloud, it will actually add to your gradebook. So once students go through these pages, so here you can see that that long text became 5 pages, short to the point pages. Each section has a Quiz Me section. They can take the little quiz and then move on. They can move across the bottom by clicking the next page, or they can click the buttons up at the top that you saw here. So this, although it's not as exciting as some of my other presentations or lessons that I've created, it is a lot more engaging than this. Okay, so let me show you just a few more things that you can do with the Softchalk Lesson Builder. Okay, so once I have created my lessons, here I am in Canvas, and I've uploaded my lessons to the web. So in my module page, or on my module page, I can add a lesson right to the module page. So when students click on this lesson, it'll open up right inside of Canvas.
Lesson 1.1, Understanding Research. In this lesson, we will walk.
So you can see that when this lesson opened, there's audio playing. Let me turn it up so you can hear it. So there's audio playing in this lesson. And when the students open up the lesson,
research process. Later in the module, you will learn the last 2 steps in the process.
So this sort of breaks up, again, the reading that students are asked to do in an online class. Here, the lesson presents an image, some text, and also the audio portion of the lesson. And then when they click the next page, the next page starts.
Research is exploration combined with learning. It is a detailed study of.
So again, I'm breaking up the monotony of reading, reading, and reading lots of different text. Okay, so I also have another example where I can add a video. I'll click on lesson, oh, this is a different one. Let's go up here to lesson 13.2. So when I click on this one, this time you'll see that the lesson includes on the front page a video. And all the student would have to do is click the play button and the video will start to play.
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about.
Okay, so lots of different things that you can do with your lessons in Canvas. So here's one more added advantage of Softchalk. So here you can see I have my mobile phone. And on my mobile phone, students can access my lessons by clicking on the URL that I provide for them, and then they can read content that I've provided, and they can even participate in the Quiz Me function. There we go. The quiz. There we go. So I choose my answers, and then I can click check, and then it tells me that I got 0 points. I'm partially correct. So I would have to go back in and try it again if I wanted to. Okay? So it works on the device, and students can participate when they're not even sitting in front of a computer. That's the best part. So the works cited page at the end of research is optional. That is so false. Check my answer. Yay! Got it right. Okay, so it tells me that I got 1 point, and then I can go on to the next page, and so forth. So even at the end of the quizzing section, when a student is finished with the lesson, they type in their name and email their score to the instructor. Okay, so that's pretty cool as well. So I just wanted to show you that before I got out of this lesson. Okay, so lots of different things that you can do with your lessons in Canvas. You can add interactivity with audio, you can add interactivity with video, and you can add interactivity with quizzes that are built in. Oops, that's not my example of quizzes. Where did it go? Quizzes built in, okay? And there's much, much more that you can do. So when you go into the Softchalk program and you look at the tools that are available and the insert feature, you can add quiz, images, links, bookmarks, media, all kinds of things to create these lessons. So if you'd like to learn more about Softchalk, head on over to the CTLE and get signed up for your free software. And later, I will come back and talk to you about Softchalk Cloud, which adds even more functionality, especially for those of you that are interested in teaching online in a hybrid environment.